Hi guys! Today I'm gonna make morogo, which is a dark green leafy vegetable that is often eaten across different African cultures. So I know that in Botswana we call it morogo, in Kenya they call it Sukuma, and then in the US it's called collard greens. I'll start off by washing the green vegetable. I like to remove the stems because the stems just have a tougher texture. I'll take each leaf at a time and just slice down the middle. I'm sure there's a more efficient way to do this, but since the leaves come in different sizes, it's hard to kind of stack them in and like remove the stems all at once. I typically am not making this for too many people, so this process is okay for me. So now I'll chop the morogo, the collard greens, whatever you like to call it, and I actually like to roll it into a nice little cylinder. And then once I've rolled it up, I chop it into fine little ringlets. So the key thing here is making sure that the ringlets are very fine. It's really nice when they're this thin because then they have a different crunch to them. This is what it looks like. I'll just put the greens away. So what I'll do next is I'll slice my onion and my garlic, which are going to go in first, and I'll also slice my tomato, which is going to go in after. I just really like using the red onion, but if you have yellow or white onions, that's fine too. You could even just use green scallions for this. I'll now go ahead and chop my garlic. I really love cooking with garlic, so I tend to overdo it. If you want to use a little less garlic, feel free. It really depends on your taste. A little trick I've learned is that if you want to peel garlic cloves, you can kind of smash with a flat surface. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to use a wooden spoon, and then the peels come off very easily. So that's how easy it is to take off the peels. Let me know if you guys have any tricks for peeling garlic, but this is the trick that I've picked up along the way. I have all the ingredients I'll need now to start cooking the morogo, sukuma, collard greens, whatever you want to call it. I'll go ahead and add my onions and garlic. Add some salt and pepper. Now that the onions are getting golden, I'm gonna go ahead and add my tomatoes. So the tomatoes are starting to break down a little bit, which is good. I'll just keep stirring and just make sure that they cook completely. And the reason I want to make sure the tomatoes cook completely before adding the collard greens is so that I don't lose out on the nutrition by overcooking the collard greens later. So collard greens have lots of nutritional benefits. I actually really like cooking them because I'm not a huge fan of salad, so I'm always thinking of creative ways to eat my greens without having to eat salad all the time. So now that my tomatoes and onions have cooked, I'm gonna go ahead and add the collard greens into the pan. So it helps in this stage of the process to actually cover the pot so that the collard greens can kind of wilt quicker. However, I don't have a lid to this pan, so I'm just gonna leave it. It just requires me to flip it over more than I would if I had the lid. So I'll just keep stirring the greens, making sure that they're all mixed up. While the collard greens are cooking, I'm going to now start preparing the paliche, which is what I'm gonna eat this with. So paliche is cornmeal, and I'm gonna make a separate video about how to cook the cornmeal porridge, but it's typically what we eat the collard greens with. So I'm gonna clean up, start prepping for the paliche, and then I will get back to the morogo. So now that I've let the sukuma sit for a little while, starting to see that it's breaking down into really nice stew. I'm gonna give it a taste. I kind of like mine with a little bit of crunch. I know some people prefer to kind of cook it until it's very wilted, but I like mine a little bit crunchy. This is really good. This is so good. So delicious. So I'll set it to the side and start working on my paliche, which is going to go with it, and then I'll show you the final result.